Welcome to Pure Phuckery, the podcast. I am your host. It's your favorite Dr. Bay, Monique Ross. In today's episode, I am joined by special guest co-host, Mr. Cecil Adams.
Cecil W. Adams.
Cecil W. Adams.
You can call me Cecil Adams. It's fine.
Whatever. Welcome to Pure Phuckery, Mr. Adams.
Well, thank you for having me, Dr. Bay.
Dr. Bay. What's the name of your podcast? Tell the fuckers. Shout out to the fuckers. My ex-husband gave my viewers that name, the fuckers, right? He came on and we literally turned the camera on. It got the roll and I did my introduction. And when I turned it over to him to introduce himself, he says, "Hello, fuckers." And I was like, yo, what?
Well done. I see why you married him and divorced him. Yo. So, fuckers, listen, we have Mr. Cecil Adams here, but we have a room full of guests right now. We'll take a group picture afterwards so you can all see who was in the room during this conversation. Whose phone is on? The audacity. Tell me what motherfuckers have, y'all. Everybody has the fucking audacity. Mr. Marcus, shame on you.
That wasn't me.
That was your phone.
It was not my phone.
Right.
I don't have
Hey, maybe it was. Shame on me. Look,
my phone is upstairs.
I looked at the time and I saw what time the last whatever came through, and it was definitely 8:14, and it is.
Like
8:14.
I walked upstairs to get my phone, and then our friends walked up to the door, and I was like, "Oh, these motherfuckers are here," and so I forgot what I was doing, and then we started talking real estate. So that's
Let's talk real estate. You're off into real estate, right?
I'm not as good at real estate as they are, so I would be embarrassed to talk real estate, but I will talk real estate with you.
Hey,
I'll try. And then, Dwayne, if you could, and Mike, if you could correct me if I'm wrong on something that I'm about to say. Just feel free to correct. Okay, Dr. Bay, what would you like to know about my limited knowledge of real estate?
Whatever you want to share with the fuckers.
Don't do it.
Why? Don't do it. Don't say that. I have a son in real estate school right now.
Oh, real estate school?
Yeah, he's in real estate
Is that kind of like bartending school?
Damn.
Dwayne is legit a millionaire. Did you go to real estate school, sir?
I was already in real estate. I went there and started my own realty company because I got tired of paying agents.
Right.
So
Single,
I'm just cheap.
Right. Fair enough. Mike, did you go to real estate school?
No. I developed property in Atlanta, and
Right.
I found some good deals here in Soulardian.
Right. Right. So yeah. So what I'm saying is maybe your son. Your son. I was just gonna say
He's my son.
I know.
Yes.
I was getting ready to say what is his name, but his name. I know you don't want to put it out.
We don't
there.
say his
Yeah,
name.
exactly. I don't say the name of my daughter either.
He does the edits. He'll delete his name out.
All right, there you go. So maybe your son needs to come hang out with Dwayne and Mike, and they can actually show him what real estate's all about, because it's cutthroat as a motherfucker.
What's his goal? He wants to be an agent?
He wants to flip houses.
Oh, yeah, he don't need to go to school.
He doesn't
Yeah,
need to go to
no,
school, but
no.
all right.
He needs to start. Dwayne
Dwayne
and Mike's construction companies, they both have he needs to go start working for them, start sweeping floors, and pay attention. That's
Pay
all you gotta do.
Get a mentor. It's really
Okay, get a mentor. So I'm gonna talk to him about
Yeah.
that when I get home today. He's doing he's at the test part. So
He's at the what?
he's at the part where he's taking the test, the exam.
To be an agent?
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but
I mean-
whatever. I guess it's like bartending school. Whatever.
Well, what I'm saying is so little known secret about real estate agent. Most of the time, the people that you see in it, if they're like super good looking, big smile type people, a lot of times, I'm just saying, a lot of times they have their test taken for them, especially right now, because you don't have to be in person to take the test.
All right. Well, who's going to come take the test for my kid so that he passes?
And I will pay them to take my test too. So
that you can do it. Who's volunteering this?
I'm for sale
Uh
all day long.
oh. Katie, what are you selling? The homegirl Katie's in the room, fuckers.
Katie, have you ever passed a real estate test before?
Oh, I've taken I should have a college degree. Instead, I paid the bills.
She pays the bills.
I have 2 college degrees that I don't use.
I mean,
All right, what are your degrees
everybody
in,
else
Mr.
has
Adams?
one, thanks.
I have a degree in exercise science, and I have a degree in physical education.
So you're a gym teacher.
I would have been. I didn't do it.
Hey, I'm not reducing. I'm not reducing your.
I did not get offended by that.
That's what I got. Hey, the world needs gym teachers. What the fuck, y'all?
So I was gonna be.
No,
So
the world needs gym
What the
teachers.
fuck?
No shade, no shade, no shade, bro.
I think Katie
No
took more
shade.
shade to it than I did. I was just like,
Y'all instigating.
Normandy.
Y'all instigating.
I'm
They're
offended.
instigating and shit.
I'm
Y'all
offended.
No, we're
instigating.
just
I'm not
participating.
offended.
Be quiet. Hold on, everybody in the audience, please
Okay, I'm
stop.
not be quiet.
Yeah.
It's
So
1.0.
the thing is, I got both those degrees. I didn't finish out the teaching part of physical
Okay.
education because like I looked at still played basketball in college and through high school and college, and after I got done with my exercise science degree, I was just like, let me go to the other school that's close, and I really want to be a PE teacher because I want to coach basketball. And got done with that, and then was looking at what teachers make,
Sad.
and I was just like, whew, I can't live off that. Like,
I mean, some people do. You could if you wanted to.
if I wanted to,
Yeah.
but I've had this, like, I have this goal that I've had since I was probably
Your aspirations are way bigger.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot own an NBA franchise off a teacher's salary.
He wants to own an NBA franchise. Hey, fuckers, I forgot to tell you guys. You're going to watch this shit on YouTube and you're going to see I'm in a completely different space. This is Pure Fuckery, the podcast.
You are in the
taking
trap.
over the trap. I'm in a trap house right now, guys.
No, the trap.
A
Trap
real
House
life
studio.
trap house. No, I'm joking. Pure
I mean,
Fuckery,
I
the
feel like you've probably
podcast,
been in a trap house in your
taking
life.
over Cognac Corner
I'm still
and the
on probation.
Soulardians. Let me tell y'all a story. My homegirl Jerisa's gonna listen to this shit. Let me tell y'all a story about my trap house experience.
I cannot wait. I love.
Listen to this shit,
Yeah.
yo.
You know, good motherfuckers. Yeah.
Oh, God. Should we do a breathalyzer?
Welcome.
This
Listen.
is like drunk texting.
My homegirl, when I told my homegirls this story, they were like, bitch, that was a trap house.
For sure.
Was it one of those situations where you were in a trap house and didn't know you were in a trap
No,
house?
I was not at your house. No, I did not know it was a trap house. And
That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
think it was a trap house. I just think it was. Listen to the story.
Okay.
So, peep game, y'all. I was seeing this guy,
Mm-hmm.
and
This ain't open.
we had reached a point where we discussed, like,
That's another one in the fridge.
are we not recording here?
Yes, we are recording. Sorry, Marcus is, as usual, disrupting. Katie.
Katie, shh, tell a story.
Listen to the story. So listen, I was seeing this guy, right? And we had reached a point in the relationship where we were going to do the do, right?
Consummate this relationship.
Yeah. So he came to my place. It didn't go down because a number of reasons. So he invites me to his place because I was like actually getting ready to shake out of St. Louis, and I don't even think he knew.
Marcus
100%.
didn't tighten it up. Sorry.
At the time that I was getting ready to leave, my son was leaving for college, and this is how long. So I'm telling exactly when this happened. And I had a situation already and whatnot. So we finally decide we're going to do the do. And I go to his place, right? And I roll up. It's fine. I wasn't, leery. Go in. And as I enter this apartment, we go upstairs. Like, as we're walking up the steps, and I'm not like that. I grew up in the hood. I don't judge people's living situations. But in this case, I had no choice but to judge. And there was like a hole in the wall. So we go up the stairs. We go to his bedroom. Like, the blinds were like really crappy, like missing. They were like dirty. He had like his mattress in his bedroom was like paper thin. He had this big ass entertainment system, and I swear the TV. My homegirl sent me a picture, and it was a picture of an iPhone on the wall. She's like, "Bitch, this is how big the TV was. Like, it was so small, sitting in this little bitty ass entertainment room." And dude had like all these like name brand sneakers just line the bedroom. So I know this is where he lives, right? He drives this dope ass car. Like you see this dude, he's flashy as fuck. He's, dope ass ride, dressed nice and shit. And then you get to his crib and it's just like a shithole. So listen, I'm like, I am not fucking this man here. I'm not fucking this man ever. So I need to get out. I need to get out of here, right? So I'm like, I need to use the restroom. So I go down to the restroom. He's like, don't use the one up here. Use the one downstairs. That one up here is not presentable. So I go to... So peep game. Exactly. What in this motherfucker
was this one of Dwayne's apartment buildings before Dwayne knew what he was doing?
Oh, man. Y'all shitty. But peep game. So...
Not anymore. This is when he first started. Sorry. Go.
He sends me downstairs to this restroom. And like... Men.
Were you in like did you walk in and you were just like,
wow,
I'm here right now?
Like I have been drinking and I'm sure I smoked a doobie or two. Like I'm pretty sure I was high and, a little tipsy from my wine. And that was before I got there.
Was it wine or sangria?
Dude, sangria is fucking wine, yo.
Fair enough.
It's like Portuguese or is it Mexican? I can't remember.
I think that was kind of racist. All right, fair enough. Go ahead. I'm sorry. So you walk in his bathroom. I apologize.
I go in the bathroom, and I'm not I know I was a little fucked up, yo, but there were like pubes.
Oh my God!
And I it could have been armpit, private. It could have been from shaving. I don't know. Yeah, and I'm just like...
This is recently? Like
no,
in the last...
this was a couple years ago.
So, wait, you're...
In 2000?
So this is like a couple years ago. Like, this sounds like it was like 2018.
I just told y'all my son was getting ready to leave for college, and he graduated in 18. I had no business there because I had a situation. I was dealing with an old boy, but...
So there's no good guy.
No, I didn't give him shit. Listen to the story.
So you walked in the bathroom.
I go in the bathroom, and it's just like the grossest bathroom I've ever been in. I've used the bathroom at the motherfucking monastery at the casino, way in the back. Like,
I mean, I've used the bathroom at Pops.
Yes, exactly. I've used some pretty suspicious ass bathrooms. I've had to what?
I said I've done drugs in Pops.
Drugs in Pops, allegedly.
Pops. No, there's no allegedly. It's totally
that absolutely did happen. So listen.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go. So I left my fucking phone upstairs. I went downstairs to text somebody and like, get me the fuck out of here. Level 10, bitch. So I got a group chat. Level 10. Send that call. Don't text, motherfucker. Call and call both phones so that I get the message.
Both phones?
I got two phones.
I got two.
Phones, one for the trap and one for the hose.
I think so.
Excuse me.
Wait, what number do I have?
What number do you have? Do you have a number?
It was for dramatic effect.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just asking. Shit. I be wanting to know. Where am I?
I'm following you on Instagram.
Follow me on Instagram. So anyway, the phone is upstairs on the paper thin ass mattress on the bed. Paper thin ass mattress, like, I'm grown. I'm a grown ass woman. Like, you can't just, hump on me on this little paper thin ass mattress, y'all. Like, I need some cushion. I need, I got, my
some
knees.
Kind of
I don't have Megan knees. I don't have Megan's knees. So, hey, listen. I'm like, yeah, I make up in my mind I'm going to go. I look in my purse. My phone is not in my fucking purse. It's on the bed, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to go back upstairs. I come up with a game plan. I go back up to the room, walk past the hole in the wall, over all the trash and shit. Like, it was just like, yo, don't invite no fucking woman to your house when your shit looks like this. I'm sorry. And I don't know what type of woman he thought that I was. But, I mean, I've done some shit in some pretty sketchy places myself. But I wasn't getting ready to do shit there. And, like, that place was... This is where you live. I'm just talking shit. Yeah, like, I'm just talking shit. But no, in this situation, like, yeah, it was not going down. So I go back up. I get my phone. I send out the text. Phone starts to ringing. I ignore the first call to make it seem like, oh, it's nothing. Like and then they call right back. I pick up the phone. You know, it's an emergency. So-and-so's like in the hospital. You need to get here now. And I'm like, all right, I'm on my way. With, you know, real dramatic. I get off the phone and I'm like, yeah, I have to go. And he's like, oh, okay, I know you can ready to take your son off to school. Because I think I was literally dropping my son off the next day type shit. So, yeah, I got out of there and, like, I didn't talk to him anymore. I think maybe we talked once. He called me and I tried to pretend like I was upset over something. Like, I couldn't even bring it to myself to be like, yo, your fucking crib is gross, my homegirl. And that's in that moment, I tell my friends this story, and she's like, bitch, you was in a trap house, to bring it back to what we were actually talking about. But yeah, so that's my trap house story.
I cannot believe you left me that night.
What? You're not leaving me. I promise this, he is not the guy that we're seeking of. Yeah, he's not that guy. But he's still on my social media. He's on my social media. And he's like, he pops off at the mouth like he's that guy. And I'm like, I wonder if he ever moved. That's what I think about. Like,
So everything he was vested in shoes in the car.
Yeah, basically. He was fresher than a motherfucker, but that crib.
So there was a phrase that we would use for that growing up, and it's called paper rich.
Paper rich. I've never heard that expression.
Yeah, it's like basically you got the paper and you like make everybody see how much paper you have.
Okay.
Meaning like you got the shoes, you got the cars and all this other stuff, but in reality the hum isn't.
Right.
You ain't on dish towels.
Right. You didn't have you have two bathrooms, but one bathroom isn't presentable for other people. Like
Neither bathroom was presentable for other people. What the fuck?
Was he like a legit like bachelor dude? Like was
He had a kid, but the kid didn't live with him.
Right,
Like,
right. I get it. No, I'm saying
this is his crib.
Can you fix her?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
questions.
What's your name again, sir? I'm sorry. Dwayne. This is Dwayne Fuckers. He's he has a question, so let him ask his question.
He likes to think himself as Mr. Soulard, but
Mr.
we
Soulard.
all know who Mr. Soulard is.
Who's Mr. Soulard? Who's Mr. Soulard?
Cecil W. Adams.
Cecil W. Adams. Oh shit. Let's talk about it.
I've been
Hold that thought. Come on, let Dwayne ask his question.
Ask
then we're
Marcus
gonna
Onesimus Boston who is Mr. Soulard.
You know who I'm voting for, black man. I'm on your side, everything but this side.
Everything but this. I am on. I own a clothing company called Soulardian. So sorry. Let's go to Dwayne's question.
But why do women even give men like that? Son? I'd rather mess with a rich guy and share him.
Listen,
versus,
listen. Let me tell you. First of all, I didn't give him anything. At all.
You gave me your time. Time.
Second of all, this was my first time going to his crib. When we kicked it out, or he come to my place type shit. I've never been to his crib. I saw his car. I saw the way he carried himself. I didn't know how he lived. And typically for me, I want to see how a man is living. Like,
right.
That's like.
So it was a facade that you felt. You're like, okay, I want to. Like, he's showing me the ride. The clothes, the shoes, his presentation of himself. I want to confirm what type of dude he is.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. And such a fucking disappointment.
Hey, you want to know real disappointment? Just talk to my dad.
Why are we talking about your dad?
No, it was a joke.
Oh, I didn't get it that way.
No. I said you said you were so disappointed. Disappointment. You were so disappointed. I was like, oh, you want to know real disappointment? Just talk to my dad because he's so disappointed in me of what I.
Oh, okay. If I had a nickel for every time I got confused,
would you think if you we've had several conversations and you've used that phrase before. But would you say if you, this is going to sound so stereotypy, and I don't mean to, but what I was going to say was, like, if you were a white woman, would you be a blonde?
I'd definitely be a blonde, but not a dumb blonde. Like, I'd be a smart blonde, like a Reese Witherspoon.
So you'd be smart in, like, book smart, but, like,
ditzy in other areas.
Fair
I
enough.
am. I'm a bit ditzy. You know, I've gotten.
I don't think you are.
Been pulled. What's the wool? What is it? The wool pulled over my eyes a couple times. So.
Like with the guy that brought you back to his place and it was shit.
I mean, not even that with shit, family, friends, you know,
I think
people.
I'm
a nice person. I'm kind and I get taken.
Okay, so that brings, and I'm not trying to host your show. This is your show.
No, dude, do your thing.
Okay, so my question is, like, for me, I'm the same way. I've given so much.
Why am I looking at naked women across the computer screen?
Because that's Marcus Onesimus Boston.
Dude,
he has a thing for.
Get your life in order.
No, he's got this thing for this chick that used to be a weather girl in Dallas, but now she's in Vegas. But now she's not working because.
You better go save her. I wanna be saved.
Do you think Marcus could save a weather woman?
Should I save her?
So, okay. So I find myself personally giving love to people and helping them, and I used to get disappointed in because it'll never get returned. But as soon as I just let go of that and realize that if I give love, it's never going to be returned, everything got better.
You start. What got better?
It got better when I stopped expecting love in return.
Do you get love in return? More love now?
No.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But I don't expect it, though. So when I do get love in return, it's a gift and it's a surprise. And it's like, holy cow, you know?
That's dope.
Both of you guys are on your phones right now.
My bad. I'm trying to see what the fuck he's posting on social media. He's posting me on social media.
Who's he?
What am I not supposed to do?
Mr. Marcus is posting me on social media. He's a fucking creeper, y'all.
Wow, I disagree with that. That's rude. I'm offended.
But
I
anyhow,
agree.
you were talking about, not to cut you off, but you were just
No,
talking about how you were the king of Soulard.
Yeah, duh.
Let's talk about it. Why do you consider yourself the self-proclaimed king of Soulard?
I'm not self-proclaimed.
Oh, you're not. you have a fucking heavyweight champion. You got a belt.
No, I'm not. I don't have a belt.
You just known in these parts as the king of Soulard.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up.
I mean, I've bartended and managed in Soulard for the last 11 years up till June of last year when I bought my own bar. And then a year later, it was closed. It's actually it's sold now. There's a contract on it. Like, I failed. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, I'll take full responsibility. There's, you know, it happened.
It does.
What's that?
It does.
Yeah. Yeah, it failed. And we were making money. That's what's crazy. Like, we were positive money. But it still failed. Because anytime that you are doing anything, when you're going on your own, doing your own shit, you have to literally know the people that you're getting involved with.
Right. I agree. Absolutely.
Like, I thought I knew him, and my problem was I assumed that because this person had money, that they were good peeps.
Right.
I thought that, like, okay, I'm going to learn a lot from this dude. I'm going to let him invest in me because I have the knowledge. So I leveraged my knowledge against his money. He had the money. I had the knowledge.
Okay.
And then, but, you know, it goes down to this fact that, like, you don't know people. At the end of the day, all he was trying to do was steal my knowledge and then take my place over. And he tried and he failed. But it's still like I lost respect in the bar community. I lost a fuck ton of money that I didn't have to lose because I gambled on myself. But, you know, it is what it is. I take responsibility for it. I don't blame anybody else for what happened over there. And I'll recover and I'll do it again.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I don't quit. I can't quit.
Never quit.
Right? Always forward.
That's right.
That's
Always
right.
forward.
So my bars,
Yeah.
hardest job I've ever had in my life, owning a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Easily. Hands down.
I've never owned a bar
Yet.
at all. Don't plan on it. No, I had an aspiration. Me and my homegirl Katie, not Katie that's here, but me and my homegirl Katie. Shout out to Katie Light, my homegirl. We used to talk about senior year of high school. We were going to open up a club on the riverfront.
Everybody thought about that.
And it was going to be the dopest fucking club ever. And yeah, that's all. That's as far as it went. We made a business plan as our senior project in one of our courses. She and I together, we created a business plan.
Jesus Christ, that would have been the worst thing. Not saying because
At
you would
the
have lost.
time, it would have been dope as fuck. We probably lost some money at some point, but if we came right off the bat and tried to do that shit, I mean, we were inexperienced, but it would have been one hell of a fucking ride.
So what I say all the time. So originally the purpose of me starting a podcast was I was working at a bar in Soulard, and I got passed over for this really cake shift. It was so cake. It was just going to be you come in and you make $400.
That was me burping. My bad.
It was a cake shift that I got passed over on, and then I was like, "What? Why don't I have this shift?" And they were like, "Oh, well, you have great shifts already." And I was like, "Yeah, because I built them, motherfuckers. Like, I built that shit up, and that's why it's money. Like, this shift, I don't have to fucking worry about it. It's just going to fucking happen. I come in and make the money that I make.
Right.
So that's why I started the podcast. And, I tell people, I say all the time, the most opened and the most closed things, business-wise.
Oh, I thought we were talking about legs.
I mean...
I kid.
I mean...
Continue the story. The most open and the most closed. My bad.
Maybe, I mean...
Just
saying.
Ignore that. Forget I even said it. My bad.
I'll have
I'm
a joke
so
about that here in a
inappropriate.
minute. But
Fuck shit.
well, I mean, this is pure fuckery.
Pure.
So, no, the most open and closed things in life is Dr. Bay's legs.
What? Yo, that's fucked up, man. I swear.
I thought we were on
that's
pure
not true.
fuckery.
Yeah.
We are absolutely on pure fuckery.
All right,
but
so my point is the most open and closed businesses in life are bars and gyms. Because somebody that works out all the time thinks they can own a gym. Somebody that drinks a lot thinks they can open a bar. Dwayne.
I tell you what, I drink every day. I'm in a bar every day.
All right.
Wow.
But ownership-wise,
Budget. Probably pay a bill for my bar.
where'd Katie go? Where's Katie?
Somewhere being Katie. Enjoy this time.
so what I was saying was, those are the two most open and closed things.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people, like, if you have this thing where you want to open a bar, you want to do the thing.
Mike.
Instead of doing that, instead of you opening a bar, invest in me, stay the fuck out of the way, and I'll make you money on a bar. And the problem was with the person that invested in me, they didn't stay the fuck out of the way.
Right. They wanted to be involved in the process, didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah. And then when they got the chance, when COVID happened, they tried to, I got it now. Because we had this, so we had an agreement. So if you're doing any kind of contract, agreement, whatever thing, don't do it for your ownership of the place. Because that's where I fucked up. The investment that he made was if I didn't make the payments to pay the amount of money back, he got my ownership. I fucked up because it was my first deal. I totally fucked up.
You should
Okay.
talk to me because I've written those deals before.
Right. I did talk to you, and you were like hesitant, sir.
Oh, and I'm not interested in getting back in the bar business. My best friend here has been talking to me 3 years, but hey, we should open up a bar. I was like, come on, let's get another drink.
Yeah.
Invest in Cecil.
Okay, so let's talk in a bit. I can show you the way, but you guys can come drink. Come drink at the bar. This is the first agreement that we'd have to have. The first part of the agreement is like you guys get no decisions, but you guys can totally come drink because you guys always have $150 bar tabs, so it's fun.
Silent partners.
Yeah, like emphasis on the silent.
Hey, you like to drink? You want to own a bar? There you
I
go.
just got a story related to how shifty the real estate business is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And bar.
Yeah.
In Laclede's Landing, so it kind of ties in.
Yeah.
Oh, Laclede's Landing. God damn it.
Back when Tequila Wild, I'm showing my age.
Tequila Wild.
Jesus fuck.
I've partied in Tequila Wild.
I mean, you're not old enough to know about
Dude,
Tequila
I've
Wild.
been in Tequila Wild so many times. Do I call people up?
No.
Definitely been in Tequila Wild. But
So,
continue, sir.
the building next to the train wreck was for sale.
Okay.
Oh, the Show Me's. Show Me's or the Elsevier's or whatever it was. The one on the right or the one on the left?
The one on the other one. Yeah,
Show Me's. Show Me's was on the left with the sex shop.
Huh?
With the sex shop.
Well, it was like Show Me's on the corner.
Yeah.
I think, and then you have the train wreck, and then the building next to that.
Okay, so it was on the right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It was called like Elsevier's or some shit like that.
Like literally getting the contract signed, everything. Is when Tequila Wild was slowing down. It was perfect timing.
Mm-hmm.
So I told a couple of my buddies about it, the deal and what's going to happen. So they were in Club 7. I don't know if you remember that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
They were in Club 7 talking about my deal. By the time I got back, I went to Atlanta like for a week.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I got back on Monday, the Roberts Brothers had bought the building.
Oh, wow.
That's what I learned. You never tell nobody what you're thinking.
Don't.
Right.
Until everything's signed. Everything's
Yeah,
done.
because people will steal your shit immediately.
But that's why I said that real estate's fucking cutthroat.
I agree.
It's 100% cutthroat, and like, I want your son to succeed. Like, I have nothing. All I want to do is send positive energy his way. But he needs to spend a couple days hanging out with Dwayne and hanging out with Mike. Like, to understand. Like, if I had any advice, and I'm not great at advice.
I give the best advice. I'm just poor at utilizing the good advice that I give.
What I would tell your son at 21?
He'll be 21 this year,
Right.
December 7th.
Aw.
The day before I turn 40.
There was no way that you're close to 40. See?
Stop it. Come on.
See? This is how you compliment. You see?
What?
No,
Did
I was
you
complimenting. I said this is how you compliment.
And your teacher, Marcus, are you taking notes, Mr. Boston?
Well,
over there?
Marcus grew up without a dad, so he doesn't know how to compliment
Stop
women.
it. That's why is that a thing?
No. So like, I'm 40. I'm 40, and I haven't met.
I think Cecil's the only one that grew up with a dad.
I grew up with a dad.
No, I didn't. No, I grew up without a dad.
I
had my
have a
stepdad.
dad.
I didn't have my dad.
You still had a dad.
I had a stepdad. But if it was my stepdad, like if I would have listened to what my stepdad said, I'd be working at a fucking cat litter plant making cat litter. So, yeah. So, the best advice is that, in my opinion, your son should probably just follow somebody like Dwayne, an entrepreneur.
He's pushing you really hard, Mr.
No, I'm
Dwayne.
just saying in general, like somebody like Dwayne,
He's good people.
an
I feel
entrepreneur,
that.
an entrepreneur, like follow them. Because I didn't meet an entrepreneur until I was. I mean, I'm sure I've met him through the years, but I didn't meet an entrepreneur that took interest in what I had to offer until I was 38.
Okay.
And so, that dude has taught me more, and he's younger than me, but I mean, that dude owns 189 residential properties and 9 mixed-use commercial buildings, which he's trying to sell all of them because commercial real estate is like right now. Commercial real estate is really bad. But anyway, I've got 2 years in the game, and I just bought my first property like a month and a half ago. Like, I'm learning as I go. Mm-hmm. Your son will be at a distinct advantage if he gets in early. if you could,
Really needed.
if you could, he may have to do it for free for like a year.
He ain't really doing too much of nothing else.
Right, but
I'm joking, son. You're amazing. I kid. My son is dope as fuck. He's on his I'm proud of this kid. So fucking proud of him.
If he is your kid, I'm sure he's dope because you're dope as shit. So
look at that.
Dwayne, do you need somebody to like? Do you need an assistant?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right. So somebody to get you coffee and stuff.
I was telling there was somebody showed up. I was telling Cecil about a problem tenant I had. Was a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
I tell you, I turned out. So I never, back when I started real estate, I did like everybody else. I always called my eviction lawyer and all that. But I learned to always get the utilities in my name and have them pay me with that.
Oh, really?
So the first thing I don't get paid, utilities start getting off.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, 100%.
I turned the electricity off, and they're still there. They're not going anywhere.
Oh, wow.
Episode of Martin.
Right. So tell Cecil what I do getting any work to get rid of them.
Yeah. So and her son played football, so he might be
He's a big.
he might be a dude like you're like, hey, go and grab these motherfuckers and throw them out.
No. Yeah, I'm not gonna put my kid in harm's way.
No, Dwayne would never. Dwayne would.
I'm just joking.
Well,
that's
I'm sure.
Mama Bear kicking in.
I know,
Like,
but
I'm
I
so
feel
protective.
like if Dwayne did that to your son would call you and be like, Mom, I need you to kick these people out of this place.
Hey, let me tell you about my kid. Let me tell you about my family and how they fucking called me to handle business and shit. So,
I can totally
this
see
is shocking to me because a couple weeks ago, my son's like, I need to call the real estate school and arrange some shit, whatever he needed to do. And I thought he was telling me to do it. He never gave me the information. So the next time we spoke on it, he's like, yeah, I talked to them. Everything's lined up, whatever. And I was shocked. I'm like, dude, I'm shocked because you usually would have me do it. I'm like, Mom, can you call these people? My sister, let me tell you guys a story. My sister, she moved into this apartment out in High Ridge. This was some years back because she now lives in Kansas City, Independence, Missouri. So she moves out to this place in High Ridge, and like right after she moved in, she's like, there's this smell coming through the vents. And we're like, it's me and her. I'm like, what's the fucking smell? Like, what do you smell? She's like, I don't know. I've never smelled this smell before. She's like, it's just an atrocious smell. So I'm like, what the fuck does it smell like? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, so me immediately, I'm like, they're probably cooking meth. So she's like, I should call the leasing office. I'm like, call them.
Authorities.
She calls the leasing office and they tell her like she needs to call the police. The leasing office isn't even going to handle it. They're like, if you think it's meth being cooked, call the police.
Let them fuck you up, not us.
Right. So she calls, like she has me call. She's like, you have to call. She doesn't handle. My niece had an accident the other day. She calls me up. I'm like, y'all all the way there. You calling me to handle this fucking accident for you. But no. So I called the police and explained to the police that there's a funny smell coming through the vents. It may or may not be meth being cooked. And she didn't see that neighbor anymore after that. Ever. And she lived there for a while. So the smell went away. Yeah. Wow. So I assume
smell like wet dog.
What does meth smell like? I don't know what it
apparently
smells like.
It smells like wet dog.
How do you know this? Have you cooked meth?
No.
You ever been in a meth house?
No. Mm-hmm. Well, hold on. That I know of.
That I know of.
Wow. He's been some sketchy places, guys.
Oh, 100%. I've been in some sketchy shit. I once had to. I had a friend of mine call me at 4 a.m. I think it was like 4:30 a.m. Mm-hmm. Call me, and this was when I was working at a 3 o'clock bar, and he's like, "Hey man, do you have any money?" I was like, "Yeah." What kind of shit is that? Right, but then he was like, "Do you have $500 on you?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "Because man, if you don't pay this dude $500, this dude's gonna break my legs."
What?
Damn. Well, we
Did
fall
you?
down.
What? No.
Yeah.
Anybody that has my number could call me right now and say they need $500 or their legs are going to be broken. I'm going to come through with that $500. And that's just anybody who has my number. A lot of people have this number because it's been the same number for ever. But, you know, they don't have it.
This is my homie, and I don't get scared very often.
Okay.
And he told me the address. I went to the address, and
what they do, rob you?
No.
It just sounds like one of those stories. How it's going to end.
No. He was sitting on the front porch of this dude's place, and he was sitting there was a porch swing, and he's sitting on the porch swing and like swinging. And I'm like, all right, man, like, you know, I get there and I roll up, and I was like, so what's going on, sir? And because I didn't want to say his name, and he's like, oh, he'll be right out. Dude walks out, very businesslike. This guy is holding a shotgun.
What?
Holding a shotgun.
I'm eating a Starburst, guys. My bad.
And he's like, do you have the money? I was like, yeah, man. So I was like, so I'm going to hand you this. I'll be able to take him and we'll be able to leave and everything's good. He's like, yeah. Real calm, real collected. And so, and I got the money. I'm like, here you go, man. And
shot y'all.
That would be a better story. That would be way funnier. That's the movie shit. But no, I handed him the money.
If it were my story, that's how it would have ended. I promise. Like, motherfucker shot us for real.
Well,
thank God I've never been shot. I've never been shot. I've been shot at. But continue the story. I'll tell y'all about that. They weren't shooting at me per se. But tell your story and I'll tell my shot.
What I was saying was like, I was getting ready to say, well, I can see you being shot at.
What?
I mean, you're on pure fuckery, so like, but no, I handed him the money and I'm like, all right, let's go. And we walk out and he stops us halfway down the sidewalk. He's like, person's name. He yells it. He's like, don't come to me again because your friend saved you from me shooting you in the legs. And I don't want to put him, talking about me, in that predicament again.
That's what's up.
Right. So we go back out, get in the car, and I tell that person, I'm like, hey, man, is there anything else? Like, I'm up right now. Like, I'm up. I don't want to get another one of these phone calls. Is there anyone else that needs to be paid? He's like, no, man, everything's cool. The next day, that person moves to another state because there was somebody else that needed to get paid, but he didn't want to have to.
Wow. Did you ever get your $500 back? I just spit. Did you ever get your $500 back?
No.
Why is that funny?
That shit wasn't coming back.
No.
Wow.
He picked the phone up.
Let me tell you my stories where I got shot at, they weren't shooting at me. The 2 times that bullets were flying in the vicinity. No, the second time bullets did not fly. This time, the first time I was there, physically a bullet hit my homeboy. This was way back, maybe 97, 98. And remember
when I graduated high school, 97.
Remember the old club? What was it? Behind the Union Station. What was that? Utopia? You weren't out here in these streets like that?
I grew up in Southern Illinois.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm from a small town.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There was a club behind the Union Station, Club Utopia. It was Club Liquid at some point. It's had a couple names. So we're leaving there, and my homeboy Al and we're walking side by side.
Wait. 97, 98?
Yeah. It's like they had like a teen night type shit.
You were like... Okay.
17, 18, yo. Come on.
Okay, fine.
Calm down.
I think you were like 16.
I was 17, 18. It was like a teen club. They had teen night on like Sundays.
Is teen night still a thing in clubs? Because
I don't know.
I can tell you it's not.
I hope not. I hope not. I don't know. I'm not a teenager. I have a teenager, but he doesn't go to clubs.
You have, okay.
Well, he's 20 now, but whatever.
Right.
Anyhow.
Sorry.
Anyhow, so we were leaving this club, guys, and somebody just started shooting. And Al, swear to God, he will vouch for me. Al pushed me out of the way. He pushed me, and he jumped in one direction, and I went in the other. And Al got shot in the leg. He had to go to the hospital and shit. It was like a wild-ass night. But that's the only time I've been in the midst of a crossfire. Yeah. I almost got robbed on the east side, and I was going to save this story for when my sisters came on. I'm not even going to tell it because it's like the wildest story, and they have to be here to vouch for the shit because nobody's going to believe it. So we're going to, I'll scrap that story.
You want to save that one?
Yeah,
right,
I saved it. Enough. It's a good story, but that's for them.
I have done drugs on the east side. That's about it.
What? I've never done drugs on the east side. Smoke pot, maybe. But I've never done drugs. I used to club over there a lot. Like I said, monastery, casino, and shit like that. But, yeah, I would go to the club and leave. I wasn't, like, hanging out because it's so fucking sketchy over there.
Sketchy as fuck.
It's hella sketchy on the east side. So, yeah. What else?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Wow. We just supposed to
Jinx.
at the same time.
Jinx.
I use Jinx today.
Mike, right?
Yeah.
Mike's from Atlanta.
Mike's from Atlanta? Where at?
Well, Lake Lanier, it's like 30 minutes northeast.
Okay. I'm familiar. I lived in Atlanta for a while, and I was back and forth for I was dating a guy there. So and then I moved and spent some time there. So very familiar with it. It's dope. It's a dope city. Definitely. The strip clubs. I've been to a couple strip clubs. Ratchet. They're ratchet as food.
I didn't say ratchet.
Last time, listen, when we went to the strip club, this was a couple years ago, and my cousin, my creative director of Pure Phuckery, the podcast, she was turning 21. So her older sister and I, we go down to Atlanta to kick it with her for her 21st birthday. And they take us to this strip club, Blue Moon. I don't know what the fuck it was, but we go in this strip club, and the strippers, they're, doing their thing. And the stage was so close to us. I really didn't know where to look. This girl, she's standing there, her ass, her everything was just in my face. And it was so awkward, and I was so uncomfortable because I felt like I was just looking at all of her parts. So I just kept staring over. And this guy, he thought I was looking at him. And I was like, he finally comes over, and I'm like, I swear I was not looking at you. He's like, you're staring really hard. And I had to explain to him that it was either look over at him or look at this bitch's vagina. And I didn't.
So, Dr. Bay, Marcus and I, we all watched this show.
I probably don't watch it. I don't watch TV at all.
We were watching it all together on the couch.
Watching?
P-Valley.
Yeah, I was not there.
You totally were. Marcus!
It wasn't me.
It was
Let's
you.
Get Marcus in here. I was not watching. It wasn't me. I've
yes,
never seen that show.
We were sitting on the couch.
The last thing that we
watched,
the last thing that I sat upstairs and watched was that movie we were watching with Chadwick. And that's the last thing. I've never seen P-Valley.
We watched it on the coach.
It was in August. She had entanglement, so she wasn't August.
My entanglement.
You told me about. Oh, okay. So I sat through the whole story of you being in Colorado, and in that, you were like, oh, this guy was rolling through, and then this guy didn't show up. That was supposed to meet me in Colorado.
Denver was a blast.
I say we go back and
Let's go. Fuck it. I'm ready. Let's roll. We can fly, drive, whatever y'all want to do. I definitely.
My friend is one of my best friends. He is actually getting engaged in Colorado on the 9th
of October. Let's go.
We should.
No.
surprise him.
I'm
You're
I'm not.
welcome. Yes, we're in.
Let's all go.
My birthday is October 14th. I'm not invading.
Make it your
don't wanna
birthday
be
trip.
invaded.
No,
For your birthday?
no. I will be 29.
No, dude,
October
you'll be like
14th.
45.
41.
Two.
go.
41.
Actually.
41. My bad, bro. My bad.
No,
I mean,
girl, stop doing that dust.
see.
They doing too much. We can ready call it here.
All right. So,
Are
Do
we
you wanna
going to
go-
Denver?
no.
Yes.
Do you want to go for a ride on my golf cart?
I'm good, bro.
Oh,
I'm going to Denver.
wow.
Let's go to Denver to his buddy's
Yeah.
No.
Have
that
him call in
engagement
right now.
party.
Oh my god.
No, it's
Tell
not
them
a
Katie
party.
and I are
He
coming.
is asking her to marry him.
I'm sure
She
they'll
doesn't
be,
know.
So they're going to be celebrating.
You're
It's
so
a
welcome.
surprise.
Yes, we will do it.
No, when he comes back, we're starting a company together to do construction because that dude is fucking insanely amazing at.
Shout them out. Who we talking about?
I cannot. I will not.
Well, shut the fuck up talking about them. We like to know who
I-
we're speaking of.
Going there on your
Make up a
Katie,
name.
fuck
This is time
that.
for
Katie,
make up a name.
you and I, we're going to
Oh my
Denver.
God, you're-
Wait,
you're
let's
So
go.
wait, wait. Can we
You're
talk
Get
about
outta here.
the fact that you don't want to go on a golf cart ride with me?
I'm good, yo. Like, where's this?
I mean, there's
Katie.
32 bars in Soulardian that we could go to.
I don't want to go to a bar. I have other shit going on. I got to
Okay.
get back home.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
daughter is your kid's friend on Instagram.
Gotta-
She's great at your house.
Your daughter? No, she's not.
Mm.
She followed my Instagram.
Already?
She says, "What's his Instagram?" Hey, yo, we can ready cut it here.
Are we?
We are.
Oh,
Thank you guys for tuning in to Pure Phuckery, the podcast.
thank you for having me on, Dr.
Thank
Bay.
you, Mr. Adams, for blessing Pure Phuckery, the podcast, with your presence. Thank you to all of our people here that have engaged this episode. We got the homegirl, Katie, Dwayne, Mr. Podcast Poppy himself, Marcus O. Boston, and we have Mike here. And I am your host. It's your favorite Dr. Bay, Dr. Monique Ross. Thank you guys. I appreciate all the likes, shares, the comments. Please hit the subscription button if you haven't on YouTube. And follow me on Instagram. So sophisticated one. And pure_fuckery. My bad, y'all. Y'all know what it is. I've been drinking. And I've been smoking. So, all right. I'll catch you all in the next episode. Peace.